like I'm only going to do like 4 frames of animation for these visuals. Oh no, that's not necessarily true. There'll be 4 frames of animation for like the flag flapping, but then like actually like the hand like shaking and bobbing will probably happen like it won't just happen every like 4 frames per second. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So where's our secret control panel definition? Yeah. So let's just add a button called Pev Archery, and we'll put it on grid row 12, and I'll just call it activate archery, and the command will be activate archery, uh, which kind of like the increase and decrease speed buttons, all they actually really serve to do for now is def activate archery, and all that will do is global graphics messages, and then graphics messages dot put. I'll just add in a new command for archery. For now. Yeah. And then I have no clue how like the player dictionary is gonna work, or like how player input is gonna work for this. I mean, I know roughly how I want it to work, but I don't. I really haven't thought through the logical consequences of like any of those things. So we'll see. All right. So let's okay, let's handle this graphics message for one thing, and then so yeah, so what I might want to change like event on. Like right now I have a variable that keeps track of whether there's an event currently running. But I might want to change that to like event mode or something, so that way we can like switch on the modes. We can like do different things based on the modes. Um, Although actually, yeah. Well, so one of the things I was thinking of doing. Oh yeah, no. What am I gonna do with the graphics? Oh yeah. Uh, I might. Yeah. Okay. So for the right. So like in the mock-up that we had, this would not be stretching all the way across the screen. So I think what might happen is I might like on the edges of the screen, like outside of where this like is drawing, like so like in well I can't really. I was gonna like edit it to like change how it looked, but basically like in this section in the middle, like I probably won't actually like draw like the 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 environment background or anything, because that doesn't really make sense. I don't know. I should stop worrying about like a ton of things up front, because like I'll figure these things will get figured out down the line. All right, so okay, yeah. So let's just make like a mode for archery. Uh, all right, so yeah. Okay, fine. I'll just I'll just like make a variable for like special mode or something like that. I don't know. Special mode equals. I should come up with a better name for this at some point, but knowing me, I won't ever. So special mode like starts out as nothing, and then oh right. So we'll say um how do I want to like define these things? Like I kind of like want to. Oh hey, Ace the Second, how's it going? Welcome. Uh, the mini games aside, pinball machines. That's good. Um, so special mode equals nothing. So yeah. So the in terms of like setting up like the actual assets. So well, so for one thing, I just need like border. Uh, I'll say like mode border or whatever. equals equals pygame dot image dot load, and it's what it's game, no, it's art slash border dot ping, I think. And oh, I want to use like source alpha, so like flags equals pygame dot source alpha. Yeah. I think that's how that works. Yeah, flags equals pygame source alpha. Okay. Yeah. Oh wait, no, I don't have to do it. Oh yeah, no, wait, no. Actually, I don't have to, that's only if I'm like declaring a surface. When I'm just loading an image, it'll actually automatically pick up the alpha from the image. Okay. Right. So, yeah, so I don't know. I'm just whatever. I'm just gonna like put this together in like a haphazard way for starters, and then I can like smooth things out later. So target equals pygame dot image dot load. Excuse me. Target pygame image load. So this will be art slash archery slash target dot png, and then yeah. So for flag, I should call this like archery target, archery flag, so archery flag is going to be all 4 frames of animation. So it's going to be pygame image. Oh well, it will be 4 frames of animation at some point, but yeah. So I might as well set it up because I know this is going to be animated. So there's no point in not having it animated to begin with. So so it'll be this like 4 times over. Except right now I only have that one image, so I'm just gonna, it'll just be the same one 4 times over. Oh, I should at least use the right one. It's archery target flag slash right slash 0.png. Is that where I put it? Art archery aim. Oh, aim. Oh, aim. Oh, right. Yeah. I forgot about aim because like there are gonna be a few of these hypothetically. So flag. So archery aim. Flag right 0.png. Excuse me. So yeah, so 0, 0, 1, 2, 3 is how this like hypothetically will go. Although for now it's just gonna go 0, 0, 0, 0, and it's not actually gonna animate. Not yet. We'll worry about that later. Archery target, archery flag, archery hands, I guess. Equals yeah, and this is just a single image, pygame dot image dot load, and then so this will just be, what was this one? This was pygame archery aim, and so that target, I think it was just hands.png. Yeah. So aim hands, yeah, .png. Okay. So yeah. So now I'll just go down to oh, I could prefabricate like the action tags too. I'll worry about that later. No, I can do that now. Yeah. So so for li in or yeah, so archery tags equals an empty list, and then for li in right, or actually yeah, so So no, archery. So oh yeah, okay. So archery actions will be archery actions will be a list equal to right. Actually, I should do this in some order. So up, down. It's like up. Oh yeah, actually, so it'll be action symbol plus right. Or oh yeah, again in some order. Up. Uh, so there are 5 of them. It's up, down, left, right, stay. A, select, start. No. Up, down, left, right. Oh. Hypothetically, I want one of these for each, or steady, I guess. That might make more sense. I want one of these for each environment. No. I don't have to care about the environment because, I don't have to care about the environment because, oh yeah, so that's kind of funny. Um, I don't have to care about the environment because these won't blit over the environment. They'll be blitting inside this little like frame thing. Uh, um, all right, so yeah, for now I'm just not going to care. For now I'm just going to say archery tags equals yeah, archery tags equals blanks, and then we'll say for li in archery actions archery tags dot append blit text of li comma font font action comma font action dot frame index, or wait, no, it was the frame index. Yes, okay. Yeah. Okay, so now we have all of our assets that we need, and now we can just like blit them various places. Uh, uh, huh. Um, Actually, since these tags never really change, I don't really need to blit them separately. I can actually just blit these tags right into the art, now that I think about it. But I'll worry about that later. Um, will I? No, I really don't need these tags. Right, for the exact reason I just said. So we'll keep track of the actions, but I don't need the tags. I can just like cook those right into the art. Because that'll be fewer blitting calls. So, yeah, let's go down to where this would all get blit then. Oh yeah, so, huh? I guess, yeah, like I was saying, like I was thinking, basically, like during this mode, actually, for starters, I'm not going to change how the environment renders. I'm just going to render the environment and like the whole scene like underneath this whole thing. So I'm just going to blit this on top of what we have going already. Um, so let's just scroll down to that appropriate juncture. Oh yeah, I haven't. I should just put in a message for archery, and then if we get the archery message, it'll just be that else if ng message index 0 equals archery, we'll just say special mode equals archery. Okay. And then right, so when we're blitting our graphics, Uh, this will be literally the last thing that gets blit on screen. It'll blit literally on top of everything. So, oh no, screen text will blit on top of it, actually. Yeah, no, if we have screen text, it'll actually blit on top of this. Yeah. Oh, I wonder if this, no, I guess this will be fine. I was just thinking, like, I wonder if this should actually, move, like, move, like, if I should, like, shift this up a little bit so it doesn't stretch across the whole, like, top to bottom of the graphics pane, so that text could, like, scroll underneath it, but I think this should be fine. Uh, uh, so, let's, let's do what, um, yeah, so right before screen text, we'll say, uh, if, special mode, uh, equals, archery, because, yeah, then, we will say, graphics.blit, graphics.blit. So the first thing that will blit is the target. So blit archery target, and where are we blitting it? We're blitting it to position. What's half of 960? Half of 960 is like 480. 480, position 480, 0. And then, that's fine. And then, so yeah, let's, do we have the concept of frame index? Or, animation index? Because it was just occurring to me, like, for archery, flag, right, it's, there are 4 frames of animation, so anim, I think anim index I is the anim index, actually. Yeah, anim index I, yeah, okay. And then archery, yeah, so archery hands, and then what was the border called? Like border, mode border? Yeah. So, alright, so now all I've done so far is, like, I'm now rendering these things, hypothetically. Archery hands, what? Invalid syntax? Pygame? Oh, you're saying I missed I had too many commas here. Yeah. It's always confusing when they tell you that the next line is wrong when it's actually the previous line. What are you complaining about now? No, it's fixed now. You're lying. There's not anything wrong with it anymore. Oh, no, there's not enough, yeah, yeah, that's not supposed to be there. Okay. Oh, wait, no, yeah, it is. Oh, whoa, no, this is totally wrong. Right. No, it's supposed to be like this. And yeah, that is supposed to be there. And actually the Pygame, image load thing is supposed to be in all these places as well. So, oops. Oh yeah, and there's supposed to be close parentheses after all of these. Whoops. So yeah. Other than that though, alright, there we go. Save that, and now let's run this. So now I have an archery button, activate archery, and when I activate it, blammo, look at that. Archery. Archery's happening. So, yeah, I definitely don't want, like, the adventures. Oh, I forgot to, yeah, right, no, the blit location is actually, so it's 480 for those, for the border, but the rest of them it's 485 5 because of the 5 pixel border. Not a big deal, but yeah. And then okay. So yeah, I definitely don't want the I definitely don't, like, I don't know exactly what I want to do with the with, like, the activate archery I don't know exactly what I want to do with the background, but I definitely don't think I want like it just rendering the environment and having the adventures like passing through. Because that's like a little weird. Um, I mean, alternately, I could change like other things. Like I could change it so that like, I mean, I could do the other change. I could make it so that like the art just like extends like higher. Like I could just make the screen higher. Maybe that is worth reconsidering. Because like I really don't know what's necessarily going on here. Um, hmm. I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking. No, I really don't know. It's yeah. It just looks weird. Like, cause like this, like these images don't like fit inside this scene. So, I mean, I could try and make them fit inside the scene, which would be no, that'd be weird. Cause like I plan on like switching up this image, to, like show like different things that don't fit inside the scene. So, uh, yeah. Uh, so I don't know. Um, uh, yeah. Um, um, sure. Let's do what then? Um, sorry, sorry. Um, oh, weird. Oh yeah. Depending on how I do this, it's gonna turn out really weird. But this is fine for now. Let's just for fun, let's jitter the archery hands for no particular reason. Um, so the archery hands will go like it'll be 485 plus or I'll say like 480 plus random dot rand int 0 from 0 to 10, and then I'll do that for the second value as well. Uh, so it's gonna look crazy. Uh, but yeah. So there's the so I want to add like some jitter to like or like some. So it's not gonna be like this, but there's supposed to be like some like bob and like and weave to the it's like what the hands are. And so there's that, and then the flag. I want the flag actually to be animated. So like maybe I'll just make the flag animated real quick. So like it's like so like I don't know, just like flap around a little bit. Do do uh so this will be save as this will be like 1, and then and then this will be uh, 2, and then oops, and then oops, wrong tool. No, stop frame tool. And then this will be 3, because it doesn't have to look good yet. I don't know. That's gonna look really bad. Oops, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I accidentally saved over the previous one. Save. Save as 3. Okay. And then yeah. So now so anim I. Oh yeah, right. So let's go back up here. So now because now we actually have like different frames to animate at least. I don't know. Flag right 3.png. All right. Oh wow. Wait, how's that? Huh. I didn't put the backslash, but it was like handling that line break adequately, which is weird. I would have expected it to do something worse, but whatever. Um, all right, so activate archery. Look at that archery. Look how archery that is. So archery. So archery. Um, um, all right, so I could like continue working on the aesthetics now if I wanted to, but yeah, I might as well get those working. So like so yeah, how am I gonna like for the hands to, like bob and around and stuff? I guess I'll want like a sense of momentum kind of. So just so it doesn't look so like jittery. Uh so like excuse me. Ah, ah, sorry. um so let me see. Like so archery bob I guess or archery like waiver uh momentum or like velocity acceleration. I don't know. um I'll just say uh archery waiver direction, I guess. I don't know. Equals random dot rand int uh, random dot rand int I just want like a range. I guess it can be an arbitrary range. So like zero. So like -1 to or like negative -10 to like 10 or whatever. And actually, there'll be a pair of these values. Uh, and and then so like this will basically like be like the direction in which there's waiver and so it should also be like elastic though. Like cause it shouldn't like go like it shouldn't like drift like everywhere. It should like bob around like a single point kind of. Uh, so uh, what is that? So like every frame we'll like apply a little bit of the offset, but then we'll also correct the offset a little bit. We'll say yeah. So we'll say okay, right. So we'll say excuse me. Um, so archery waiver so archery hands or like aim pause equals 0 0 to start with uh, and then um, actually these should be floats now that I think about it. And then actually I'll kind of need both. No, the no, I'll need the ints eventually, but like because you know in order to blip them to pixel coordinates, we'll need the integers. But no, I won't worry about that yet. So random int 10. Actually, I guess yeah, this is fine. I don't care. These can be integers for no particular reason. Sure. Um, okay, so archery waiver direction, archery aim position, and then yeah. So let's go down to the other place where we're splitting this stuff, and we can say archery hands equals 480. So 485 plus archery archery hands position. Wasn't that a thing? Wasn't that the thing? I feel like that was the thing that we did. And this will be archery hands position, or 5 plus archery hands position. 5 plus archery. Oh yeah, so this will be archery aim position, not hands position. Archery aim position. This will be index 0, and this will be archery aim position index 1, and then what are we gonna do? We'll say so for I in range 2, we'll say archery aim position index I plus equals archery waver direction index I, or excuse me, it'll be delta time times archery waver direction index I, and then how's this gonna work? So like the waver direction has to melt back towards. Actually, the waver direction can like go in random directions basically. And the hands, I guess, should naturally like correct themselves a little bit. Or should they? No, how should we like put this together? So like the waver is like pulling it in like various directions, and then like, so maybe there'll just be like another force that like brings it back. So archery aim position plus equals delta time times archery waver direction, and then I could just like divide that by some number. So like times 0.8 or something like that. Times like 0.9 or something, and then archery waver direction index I plus equals random dot rand int -1 to 1. I don't know what this is gonna look like, but let's find out. I should also like cap the waver direction probably, but let's see what this looks like for starters. Wait, how many versions of the script am I running? Just the 2. Alright, so activate archery. Alright, so yeah, so the oh no, don't shoot at Trusty Bard, don't shoot at Trusty Bard, no. Alright, so I feel like there's a little too much travel going on here. I feel like maybe we didn't intend for it to get quite so out of hand. It's busting out. Oh, but it stopped. It did eventually stop. Nope, still gone. Alright, so maybe 0.9 was not sufficient. Was not sufficiently high for the elasticity. So let's try times 0.5, because we need a lot more elasticity. Because it was just going and it kept going and it kept going. So I probably need to put in. Alright, now it's not going anywhere. Oh, is it? No, it's still going places. I probably also need to put in a cap on the waver direction. Yeah, because I think it's probably just like one of the values is probably just ticking way too far in like one direction, and it's probably like just overcoming the elasticity, I guess. So yeah, that's not working. So let's bump this up to like ±2, and then let's also say if if the absolute value of archery waver uh, direction index I is if it's greater than 10. So in either direction, if it's greater than 10, we'll say archery waver direction uh, times equals every direction index I times equals 0.8. So if it goes too far in any direction, it kind of like starts to it just can't too far. It just can't go too far in any direction. Um, all right, is that better? Uh, it's really subtle. I don't want it to be like quite so slow. Like it's really like, I mean, this is like we're honing in on like what we kind of want it to be, right? Because now it doesn't like it never travels like too far, but but it's not like, yeah, no, it's still not quite like what I was expecting. It's close. It's a lot closer. So I think that we need higher waver directions. Uh, so yeah, so 10 is like too. Huh. We need higher waver directions and I think more elasticity. Um, oh, you know what? Hmm. Maybe it's because the elasticity and the waver directions are fighting against each other. Maybe I should like incorporate the momentum of the elasticity into the waver direction, maybe, or something. I've never really done something like this before, so I don't know. I don't know exactly what math. Like I can picture what I'm, like I can picture the visual effect. I'm just like I'm trying to figure out like what math it is that like makes that effect that I can like so clearly picture in my mind. So, um, let's uh, do higher. Yeah, so I'm gonna call this like max waver. Because I have a similar value. Oops, nope, not paste. Copy. I have a similar value. Uh, oops, not not paste. Find. I have a similar value up here. Yeah, so this like 10, negative 10. I'm gonna use max waver for these as well, and that way. Yes, let's say so max waver equals max waver equals let's say 20 instead. Let's see how that goes. Activate archery. Still too low. And like not enough elasticity. Oh yeah, right. Because that's the other thing. If the more I increase max waver, the more I have to increase elasticity too. So maybe I should make those like consistent somehow. At least for starters. So like I'm gonna bump this all the way up to like 60, and then let's so let's say so the elasticity let's turn this down to like I don't know, like 0.1. Like I don't really know what these scales are supposed to be. Activate archery. I don't know. All right, so the elasticity is too low again. I'm just gonna instead of say I'm gonna say like times like 1 divided. I don't have to say times 1. I just need to say divided by max waver. I don't know. Maybe that'll help or not. I don't know. um. Do, do, do. Oh yeah, activate archery. Activate archery. Alright, that just seems to like neutralize itself. Why does it keep traveling? I have no clue why. I have no clue how it can travel. Because we're literally we're setting the delta time times archery waver direction divided by max waver. Oh, yes, I'm an idiot person. Right? No, I'm not supposed to be doing. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to say archery aim position index I divided by equals like max waiver, and it's not even going to be nearly that much. It's going to be like max waiver, uh, or so it'll be. I'll say times equals like I don't know like 50 or no like 10 divided by max waiver, 10.0. Uh, oh wait, the positions are supposed to be integers actually. So oh, but they're definitely not. Right, because I'm doing the whole plus equals delta time times archery waiver direction. So I don't know. Apparently, it's fine that they're floats. Apparently, maybe Pygame just automatically implicitly converts them to floats if they're not already. Okay, so this is more akin to what I was like looking for, except I'm definitely overdoing it with the elasticity now. Because now that the elasticity is working how I actually meant for it to be working, I need a lot less of it. So let's try this. Do. Activate archery. Yeah, it's still it's still really erratic. But I think I can probably get it better now. So let's go. I might not even have to account for max waiver here. I'm just gonna say like times 0.9, and 0.9 is probably even way too high. Activate archery. I should default archery to be on. Okay, now we're getting places, right? Like we're kind of like aiming like almost steadily, except there's like a little bit of like drift going on there. So, uh, all right. Hmm. Um, Interesting. So, I'm gonna try tuning down the elasticity a little bit more. No, I'm gonna put the max waiver back down a little bit more, because I feel like that's a little too high. And then I can probably drop down the elasticity a little bit as well. So max waiver, let's put it down to like closer to like 30, and then we can. Oh yeah, and I should also be defaulting. Like I said, I should be defaulting archery to on, so I don't have to keep hitting the activate archery button. Okay. There's a little bit of like shutter going on that I'm not enthusiastic about, but like for the most part, this is pretty good. Uh, so this is pretty close. Did I say I was gonna? I think I said I was gonna decrease the elasticity. So I'll say archery elasticity equals 0.96 or something. And let's plug this in. Just so I can tune them in the same place instead of having to jump back and forth. Alright, let's try this. Alright, so I might have gone too far without the elasticity. I think I want the waiver to like alternate more. So I might want to introduce like instead of just having like random momentum to the waiver, I might want to actually like have that smoothed out too, because I think that's like kind of like what's like all like weird and I don't care for it. So what should I do there? I guess I don't know. I shouldn't be spending as much time on this because like this is like basically okay. This is like roughly okay. I might want to tone down the waiver direction, like because the waiver direction I think is a bit high. It's like, oh, max wave. Oh wow. Oh, so maybe, hmm. So maybe just tone down the max waiver again. Maybe just tone it down a bit more. Because it's getting like a little. It was still like a little extreme in places. I don't think I even need the max waiver to be that high to like get it to have the yeah. This is good. This is like basically what I was looking for. Like it's just like it's not quite static. It just moves around a little bit. So actually, I'm going to tone down the elasticity a little bit more. Uh, we really don't need that much elasticity. So like 0.85, I guess, 985, and then yeah, because even a little elasticity will like roughly hold it into place. And now it can like yeah, now it can like yeah, now it can travel around a little bit. Yeah, that's the type of stuff I was talking about. Uh, maybe maybe I should increase the step amount of the like the amount the waiver changes by each frame. Because right now it's like yeah, it's just like 2 -2. So like I'll call it like waiver variance or archery waiver variance. Archery waiver variance and archery waiver variance because this just seemed a little bit low. So uh, oh, this is just called max waiver. I'll just call this archery waiver max. Yeah, so max waiver. Place this with archery waiver max. There we go. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Oh no, I didn't increase it yet. Or I didn't even set it. Equals. So it used to be 2, so let's put it up to like 4 instead. See how that goes. And then that seems about right. This is like roughly what I was looking for. Just like this might be a little too much waiver. So should I maybe I'll dial the elasticity back up just slightly. So actually, maybe I should apply the elasticity a little more selectively, because like right now I'm applying it like every frame. Like maybe I should only apply elasticity if you go outside of a certain range. Like I don't know. Yeah, let's try that. Because I think that might incorporate. I might be able to incorporate some of the momentum stuff. So yeah. So if aim position is index I is greater than if aim position index I is greater than um, what is it like let's say archery like max travel, um, then we'll apply elasticity. So we can have a slightly higher elasticity, and we can also when we do this we can say oh no, so it's actually not if it's not just if it's greater than, it's if the absolute value. Actually, no. We'll say if aim position is greater than archery max travel, then we'll say archery aim position times equals archery elasticity, and then we'll also say archery archery waiver direction. So we'll say archery waiver direction index I minus equals archery waiver variance. So this way, like if we go too far in one direction, not only will it snap us back towards center, but it'll also give us momentum, and it'll make us like kind of like go more in that direction. So I don't know exactly what this will do, but I'm gonna try it. Oh wait, no, this is a minus equal archery waiver variance is what this is supposed to be. Yeah, and then let's actually, I'm going to say archery waiver variance like times 2. like make this really significant. Oh, but then yeah, right. So then else if aim position I is less than negative archery max travel. Basically, this whole thing again, except backwards. So if aim position is less than negative archery max travel, then archery aim position times equals archery elasticity, and then archery wave direction plus equals archery wave variance times 2. All right, let's see what this does, because I actually really don't know what this is going to do. It's going to crash. This is what it's going to do. Aim position. Yes, that's not a real thing, is it? It's archery aim position. How did I lose that? How did I lose track of that? Also, max travel is not a thing yet, right? I haven't made archery max travel a thing yet, have I? No, I have not. So I should make both of those things. So archery, where's my archery values live? They lived, further down. Archery, alright, so archery max travel equals, I don't know, like 20? I don't want it to travel more than like 20 pixels. Let's see what that does. So that's kind of good. The max travel might be, I might want the max travel to be lower than 20 pixels. Okay, so, oh, I also might want to stop changing the variance like literally every frame, because changing the variance like literally every frame is probably not a great thing. Oh, you know what? I actually don't even have to like randomly re-choose it now that I think about it. Yeah, so let's just bring the max travel down to like 12 or something, and let's actually get rid of the part where we do this part where we like randomly re-choose the variance. We'll just do it based entirely on momentum, or like by bumping up against the edges. I don't know what that's going to do exactly, but I'm curious to see. This might be like stupid and predictable. This might just like bounce in like a weird like predictable pattern, or just not at all, right? Because like, yeah, there's that too. I forgot about that part. All right, so no, that's not an improvement. But yeah, it seems like we're doing this too often. Because it's getting like jittery sometimes, and like I don't want it to be jittery sometimes. So I mean, I guess that's fine. Maybe jittery is actually okay, a little bit. Uh, um, we're adding archery, maybe? I don't know if it's actually gonna work, but I have this crazy idea that we're gonna add like an archery mini game, kind of. It's gonna be like, well, it's like gonna be a new event type, kind of, basically. So I've been spending like probably too much time working on like the this like waiver. I'm just like basically like it's supposed to be like I mean the art is all very temp, but it's supposed to be like a bow drawn, like an arrow pointed at a target, and like there's supposed to be like the yeah, it's supposed to be like the hand's supposed to be a little unsteady, a little bit wavering about. So yeah, I don't know. I think this is looking okay now. I think I'll want to bring down the max travel a little bit more. I think like we want the core of this to be like actually relatively like narrow. So let's bring it down to 7. Because like it's actually, oh yeah, when it was 20, it was actually 20 pixels in either direction. So it was actually 40. So yeah, so 7. So when it was 12, it was still over 20. It was still like 20, 24. So 7, yeah. Right, because I didn't mean for it to be like so shaky. I didn't mean for it to like travel like so far around in any given direction. So that's a little bit better. Yeah. So, good then. Yeah, I think that actually looks good. Um, so, yes. And, right. And so forth. um, so then, yeah, so for a few things that we need to do is we need to actually like draw the hands because like we didn't actually draw the hands at the bottom. So like when the hands like drift up, there's like you can see like the seam at the bottom, and then you can see the seam at the top when they drift slightly down. Um, and yeah, so that'll be fun. And then what else do we need to do? I mean everything, but like what I guess the better question is like what shall we do next? Um, and I guess the answer to that will probably be. I mean, I might as well fix the hands art, because that's gonna be easy enough. So I'll just image canvas size, increase the height by like, so it's right now it's 310. I'll just put it up to like three. I mean, hypothetically, there's a maximum variance of like 7 pixels in each direction. So I don't know. I'll just put it up to like 350. I'll do a little extra on either side. So uh, yeah, this should be sufficiently thick of a buffer on either edge. So we'll get rid of that and get rid of that. Get rid of that and same over here. Oops. What's happening? What's happening? I don't understand. Oh, there's a few pixels left here. Well, I'll just draw over those anyways, but whatever. Okay. So, uh, so yeah, so pretty simple. Just not have it end at the edge of the screen. And same with here. Again, this is all still just temp art. I just I want it to look like, I don't know. Like it doesn't have to look stupid. Like I'm not like trying to make it look stupid. So to the extent that they're like easy and predictable changes, we can apply those. So oops, not clone stamp tool. Actually, yeah, that's fine. Whatever. That's the worst area. Do not go hunting with that area, or like don't. Oh, okay, wait. Oh, so we how much did I bump the margins by? I bumped it up by. It used to be 310, so I bumped it by 20 in either direction. So now, yeah, I need to. So where we blit it is going to be it's actually going to be archery hand split. It'll be 465 plus archery and position, and it'll be -15. And I can do negative numbers; those work just fine. I mean, hypothetically, like if this was something that could actually like travel really far, like outside of the frame, like we saw before, like when the hands were like traveling like super far in every direction, like they could actually like go off the screen in like this direction or off the screen in the other direction. And so like if the flag, for example, could like do that, then we'd want to account for that sort of thing. But I don't think we really need to right now because it only has a little bit of travel range. Like it can't even get that far. Like it would get elastic back to the center before it made it that far. Okay, so cool. The flag layer might be more than just the flag layer. It might be like a whole wind layer, and it might like show like whichever way the flag's blowing. We might also like add like little, I don't know, like maybe little leaves or something, like just little like those little things that like those little flecks that just get caught in the wind. Like we might just have them like blowing across the scene as well, just to like add to the like just so that yeah you can kind of like pick up on the wind current without having to stare at the flag necessarily. Just so it's more immediately apparent. All right, so let's do what? Oh, one thing that I really haven't figured out yet is I don't know if like the scoring is going to be individual or if it's going to be group based. Like, is this like is this like is this supposed to be like every man for himself sort of archery, or is this supposed to be like, I don't know. I think like the metaphor or like the analogy, like it makes more sense like if every individual person is like controlling their own like bow and arrow. Um, and maybe that's the, I don't know. It's weird because like okay, so if every individual person is like uh okay, so it makes more sense for every individual person in terms of like scoring and like input that they're all individually holding their own bow and arrow and they're all individually like shooting their own bow and arrow. But then in terms of like the outcome of the event, like what do we show if maybe we just don't maybe we don't actually like show the arrow connecting. Maybe we just I don't know. Like maybe. Oh, okay, actually no. You know what we'll do? I probably is we'll show three outcomes. We'll show all three outcomes, or like we'll show like a spectrum. We'll show a range of outcomes, and then we'll show like indications of like who got what, or like what percentage of players got like what outcomes probably. Because like yeah, there's going to be like yeah, because if everyone's shooting their own bows, then like some people are gonna hit the target, some people are gonna completely miss, like some people are gonna like yeah, and so like the kind of like with the event system, there's gonna be like basically like perfects where you like hit the bullseye. There's gonna be nices where you like got close, and then there's gonna be like whatever else. Okay, all right. so yeah, so what's the next step? I could add in the other like little vignettes, the other little like tableaus or whatever you want to call them. Don't do anything. The other ones are just strictly animated. Uh, so yeah, we could do that. Huh. So I think for this event, we might there might be like 3 rounds of shooting. So it might like so just look back at the yeah, actually look back at the diagram. Okay, so I guess it'll go like so if like this is the layout, then it'll go like so first we'll see the line up the shot. That's the one that we just drew with like the bow and the target and the flag, and then we'll show the long shot, and like this one might render the background. Like this one might just put the archer character and the target thing right on top of the background that we already have rendered. So like if we so like if we're looking at the scene, like basically well, so I think the adventurers are not going to be visible here. Like in this event type, you won't have the adventurers just walking through the backgrounds. I don't know what's going to happen to them exactly. Maybe like when the event starts, we'll stop feeding new adventurers into the edge of the screen. Like new adventurers will stop coming in at the start of the event, so the ones that are there will just clear out. And huh. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do that exactly. I'll figure that out later. Um, but then yeah, so like for the scene where like we're showing the long view, like we might actually like use the background, right? Because why not? Uh, and then right, so for the close up of the adventurer, sweaty the sweat soaked brow or whatever, that will that will probably like be a panning shot. It'll probably because like it's hard to make different frames of animation, but we can add like movement really easily. So yeah, sure, why not? um, One thing that's actually going to be really tricky that I haven't I have in the back of my mind, but I haven't really started thinking about yet is how we're going to like cut out the environment for having it so that it like so when the frame shows in the middle and we're not drawing the background behind the frame, it's actually going to be really confusing to go through and like chop up all of those individual slides into like multiple pieces. The good news is that overall it will save on rendering time. The downside is that it's gonna be really confusing. It's gonna be really confusing. We'll worry about that later. Um, I mean, that might be the part where I want to refactor the environment rendering system because, frankly, it's gonna be tricky. All right. So yeah. So I could just do the other scenes. Those ones will be relatively easy. Oh yeah. So we'll have the archer character. Make it the archer like the because you know at like level 20ish you become an archer in this game. That's gonna be the character that like is actually like that this character is based on. Um, yeah. Uh, so I guess that one will be relatively easy for like that for that like scene or whatever. Uh, it's really going to be like relatively few pieces. Like, well, I'll need a smaller version of the flag because the flag will still be planted there, and it will be so a smaller version of the flag, and then a little target, and then the archer person with bow drawn. Uh, which that part is going to be a little tricky because like I guess the archer will be kneeling. I think the archer will be kneeling because, as we all know, we're not allowed to have the adventurer character stand at full height because the adventure character would be like twice as tall if the adventure character like stopped crouching for for whatever reason. Yeah. Okay. So um, let's yeah, let's do those real quick. Why not? Why not? So file new. I really don't need I really don't need the full frame for these. So actually let's here let's actually I'm gonna start with file open was it art level up? No, not level up. Screenshots. Yeah, here we go. Let's just start with like a screenshot of the archer character, which we have printed out. So the archer character is here. So like let's just I don't know which of these is gonna be the most convenient. So like let's edit these. Oh yeah, open these. I mean okay. So like this is our archer character. So yeah, we're basically just gonna take this character and uh, maybe we'll even base it on this. Like maybe we'll just take this and like actually make the adventurer's knee like touch the ground a little bit. Uh, like it'll basically be this frame of animation. So let's I mean this isn't exactly it because like, but yeah, this is close enough. So copy this, file new, okay, paste, and then right. So it's gonna be like so we'll bring the adventurers down slightly further. So yeah, so well we don't need the little bird. Sorry, little bird. Uh, uh, let's so yeah, let's use a much smaller brush, like we do when we're making character art. Much smaller brush. Yes. So right, so yeah, right. So basically and like as with all things, I'll need to be cleaning up this art as well. Like this is not going to be final art right off the bat, but no, the gist is basically just to like actually bring the adventurer down to like a kneeling stance. So not just like that weird crouchy stance that the adventurer always is in, but like actually legit like kneeling down. So oops, that's not the right color. Yeah, so yeah, and so the hands won't be like that. Oh, I should I mean I kind of have to like choose like how the oh I guess technically okay yeah no this is correct. This is like how I kind of pictured the hands to be, except of course the bow is not by the side. The bow is in fact out in front, and the arm is like out in front too and stuff. So cleaning this stuff up. I want to like, as with all the stuff like this, I'm gonna put in like basically like the temp version of the art first, then we can come back and make it look good, or passable, uh, as it is. Oh yeah, so what does an archer's stance actually look like? Because I might as well get this right. I'm pretty sure like oh yeah, it's like, oh yeah, the bow arm actually gets extended all the way out in front. So maybe I should just fake it and have like the bow in the other hand for this frame. Because the alternative would be, yeah, because like if this shoulder is like pulled back, then like this wouldn't be like the bow shoulder. This would be like, whoops, this would be like the string shoulder. Uh, wow, this neck got out of control really fast somehow. Alright, there we go. That's better. Kind of. A little better. Oh yeah, actually this I forgot. This hat is supposed to have like a collar that comes down around the neck. Right, forgot about that. And then yeah, so I guess like actually this would be like the string arm instead. So does no one pay attention to the fact that the adventurer apparently carries his bow in the different arm? Every good archer does that, and then you just throw your bow to your other arm before you draw on fire, because that's how every archer does it. That's how archery works. Trust me, I'm a professional archer in my own mind. Yeah, no. So yeah. So this is roughly what our adventurer character is doing. Oh, feet. I did not draw the feet back in. Slightly too big. It's not clown feet. All right. Right. So yeah. So this. So right. So this arm is the string arm. I'll do that one second. So the first arm is the bow arm. This one's going to be coming like directly out. So be coming directly out, and this will be gripping the. Hold on, I need a reference image. Archer. Hey, Stigom, how's it going? Not that archer. Archery. Not that archer. Really? All the images were of that archer. There were none of the. Okay, yeah. So like this is like the pose that we're going for, I guess. Wait, hold on. Yeah. So the arm just comes straight out. Maybe it's because it's probably because the torso is not completely rotated. So maybe I should rotate the torso, even further than usual. So like So yeah. So let's just bring it directly forwards. We'll rotate the torso. So the far shoulder will be flat away. The quiver strap will come across like so, and let's turn this knee even further out, I guess. I think the arm is too long. That arm is too long. Because the arm is supposed to be long, just not that long. Oops. It's also supposed to be a little less noodly. It's supposed to be a little more shaped like an arm. I mean, not that much. These adventurers do have very noodly arms, but alright. So yeah. So the bow. This bow is like, this short bow that the adventure has is like really short, so it's gonna be really noticeably curved. Oh yeah. If I'm using this art, then I should probably make the bow the right color in the close-up shots instead of like making it a random different color. All right. So the other shoulder comes like, the other arm comes like back, not that far. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, no, it goes up. Right. It goes like, the arm goes like up, and like then forwards again. So that's like too far probably. But it comes like, yeah, like this, I guess, and then And then so the string goes like, wow, that's a really long arrow. I might want to change that angle a little bit, because that, for one thing, the elbow looks really weird. So yeah, it should only come up like a little more like that, and then come forward more like this. Yeah, that's probably a little bit better. Because also the arrow is going to end up like being way freaking long if we did it that way. So it's not going to be like, I don't know, there's not going to be much. No, okay, so I won't curve the bow quite as much as I'm curving it here. If you remember that the bow, like what the bow looks like from the non-archery animation, like when the adventure's just carrying the bow, then like it has like a quite a curve to it naturally, but yeah, whatever, this is fine. So go roughly like that, and then the arrow, similar tone to this wood, and we'll just go, so it's like, yeah, it comes from the fist out to here, and then I think we had the arrow tip, yeah. All right, so it'll be like roughly like this, and then like I said, we'll clean it up too. Like, you know, put in shading on like the hands and stuff. Shading and definition on like the extremities and whatnot. Actually grip the bow. All that good stuff. Yeah, so something like this. It doesn't even look like the adventure is kneeling. But we'll want to clarify that, make sure it looks good. Okay. Yeah, so something like this. So this this is roughly what our archer will look like. Bow drawn. So like save this as where would it go? Projects, journey, art, archery. So this is aim. So we'll have like the long view, and this will be archer. .png. Maybe it should be like a row of archers, right? Because like, if it's like if it's supposed to be, yeah, maybe it'd make more sense if it wasn't just like one archer, but if it was like a bunch of archers lined up. And then there could be like a bunch of targets on the other side too. Although we'll either need a bunch of targets and a bunch of flags, or we'll just cheat it so that there's only one flag. Yeah, either of those is probably fine. Wait, but how do we line that up? Where's like the draw over frame? This one, like, yeah, how are we going to, like we have, so we have like one adventure, like if we have, well, let's add a new layer. So if we had like one adventure, like, here, like if we have the adventures like lined up over on this side, like, you know, they're all in a row, and they're all like, you know, they have all of their bows drawn, and they're like all lined up and like aiming their bows in like that direction or whatever. They're all just like a giant mush or whatever. Like what then on the other side, like what do the targets look like? Are they facing forwards, or are we seeing the backs of the targets? Like, are we seeing the fronts of the targets like that, or are we seeing the backs of them? And then like, because like there's only so much I can do with perspective here in terms of like implying depth, because like in the cave, like it doesn't make sense that you could have like, you know, like 20 targets like lined up in a cave, because like the cave is like depicted as more like claustrophobic and narrow. So I don't know, it might just be one archer. No, it should be more than one archer, but it might not be like a million archers. Or it might just have to be that we like fake some perspective so that either the archers are. No, we need to see the archers from the front. Maybe we will see the targets from the back. Maybe we won't be seeing the fronts of the targets. Maybe we'll be seeing like the targets like lined up, you know, facing like towards the well, this image is not. I'm mostly just like looking at this and talking. I'm not actually like trying to really render anything here. Um, I don't know. We'll see. So no, I mean more likely it'll just be that. Oh, I don't need all of these images open still. Uh, and I don't need this open. I don't need these open right now. Okay. So yeah, I don't need this open. So yeah. All right, let's so we saved this as archer.png. So let's also let's just bang out a quick target and file new okay, and so oh yeah, okay, so no background, and then let's oh wait, did I oh I was supposed to shift this down slightly. uh right, because it's supposed to be like on the ground still. It's supposed to have the same ground plane, hypothetically. Yeah, it's about right. Oh, it's the images are slightly different scale, which is why it looks weird. So 613. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. So that's this is the adventure standing up. This is the adventure kneeling down. Dramatic difference. Okay. Um, but let's okay. Yeah. So let's just make a quick. Or actually, I'll just make it on the same layer just for scale, or the same image, and then I'll just like move it to the other image later. So yeah, so let's use the same colors, because why not? Whoops, no, not clone stamp tool. Never clone stamp tool. Clone stamp tool and debug are like options that, like, yes, I get that they are options technically. I really am not trying to hit them. I swear to you, I'm not actually trying to press those buttons. Okay, so the target will just be like. Actually, I'll just draw it over here because there's more space over here. So yeah, the target will also rest on the ground, and it should be big. It should be a big target because like if you look in this perspective shot, like it is really big. It looks really big on screen. So yeah. So then so then I think these things are like filled with hay. Like that doesn't really matter per se, but like I think like that's technically what like these things are filled with. At least like I don't know. So I mentioned that because I guess I could have like hay sticking out of the back if I felt like it. I don't know if I necessarily feel like it, but if I want to go for that level of detail, I could do that. Again, I really shouldn't be worrying about stuff like that right now because, no, like for right now, I'm basically just trying to, get like temp art still. So, oops, made this ring a little too narrow. And ciao, or whatever. I make no guarantees about like the stupid things that I may or may not say while I'm drawing. If I run out of things to say and I'm drawing, you're just gonna get whatever weird words or noises or whatever like first pop into my head. I make no apologies. No, I'll apologize if I say something incredibly stupid when I'm not really thinking about what I'm saying. I'll apologize for that. It's because it's not like I'm trying to say stupid things. It's just like a talent of mine, or it's just like a mode of operation. Sometimes my brain just goes into stupid things mode. All right, so here we go. Target, and then yeah. So like I was thinking of like the hay stuffing or whatever, because like I guess we could like have like hay sticking out of the back or like whatever. I don't know. That might just be more distracting than anything, so maybe not. Yeah, but there will be like a stand. There will be like it'll be like propped up. It's like there'll be like wooden planks, like some sort of structure, like holding it in place, I guess. Uh, and yeah, I don't know, something like that. Uh, Maybe we'll do the hay. Again, this is still temp art. It's not like I want to come back to this and like fix it up, but for starters, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so copy this file, new, okay, paste, and I guess I might as well center these. I mean, there's no reason I couldn't just like, oops, no, there's no reason I couldn't just like shrink down the sizes too, but for whatever reason I'm not doing that. I'm just whatever. Alright, so delete that layer. I don't think I actually made any changes here. I can save that anyways. Okay, so yeah. Oh, the flag. I haven't done the flag yet. Oh, technically I would do the flag separately though, because the flag again will have like different modes of animation. I think yeah, no, I should do the flag separately. I should have like a separate flag version to indicate like the which way the flag is going, just for consistency. Like, because the way the game play is actually going to work here is that there's going to be so like the player the players like, or like the hands and everything, like they won't always start like right dead center. Sometimes they'll be up here, sometimes they'll be down here, sometimes they'll be over here, blah blah blah. Like they'll be in different weird places. And so like with the adventure, or like in order to like actually like hit the mark, basically what you need to do is you need to account for the offset. So like if it's way over here, you know, you need to go right in order to get it back on center. If it's way over here, you need to go left to get it back on center. But then there's the wind to consider too. So basically, so the direction of the wind is important information. So whenever, it's not that I have to like this is the scene where you actually get that information, right? Like this is where you're supposed to figure out, you know, what to do in terms of like positioning and everything. But if I'm going to render it, if I'm going to render that same information in other images, I should at least have it accurate, right? So again, for now I'm just going to, for now I'm just going to make that one frame of animation. The flag's always going to be flapping to the right, but yeah. Oh, so the bow changes color, but I don't care. Actually, I guess it doesn't have to. So, oh, this isn't even the bow image though. Like this isn't even the image that where we saved the bow. But whatever, I don't care. That's fine. File, open the image where we saved the bow, I guess, because why not? Archery, aim, hands, spill here. Hey, look at that. All right, now it's a little more consistent between frames. Okay, and then yeah, so the flag. It's probably not going to be this light blue color either, as, you know, whatever. For starters. Wait, what is that? I don't know what that image is supposed to be. Okay. So we have the flagpole. And the flag, and then we have oh, it's not this tall relative to the target. It only comes up to like part of the way. Okay, and then it has like, yeah. So I'm not going to bother animating this one right now, or am I? I don't know. I might. So save. This is archery long view. Oh, I didn't save the target yet. New folder, flag. New folder, right. And save this as 0. And then control save this as 1. Just so I don't forget to save it later. Alright, so it'll flap upwards a little more, I guess. I should probably no. I should make this animation make sense. For the last flag, I made it make the opposite of sense, and it looked stupid, as you might guess, when it makes the opposite of sense. Uh, this is not going to be a great animation, but whatever. It'll be slightly less bad than the other one. Maybe? We'll see. Alright, and then, back down, and, like that, save that, and then Control-Shift-Save, 3, will be the last one. It'll be, I don't even know. The brush. It'll come further down here, and then I guess it'll start to go back up in the other direction or something. I don't know. This is a really bad animation, but whatever. Okay, and I didn't save this one yet. So this is flat, or this is a long view target .png. All right. So yeah. Okay. So so right. So actually, so if special mode archery, then we'll say if tableau. What is a tableau? A tableau. A tableau. Tableau. A tableau. Sorry. Tableau. A group of models or motionless figures representing a scene or story from a history. That's fine. I'll call it a tableau. If tableau. Tableau. Yeah. Equals aim. Then we'll do all this business. Wait, graphic split. Oh, border. Actually, yeah, we always do the border. But yeah, this is for tableau aim. This will be. Whoops, I didn't mean to indent this part. So then there'll be the else case of else if tableau. I'll call this like SM tableau, special mode tableau. So else if SM tableau. Sorry, equals long view. Actually, I should just do this by index, so it'll be just 0 and 1, and that way I can just cycle. I can just do like a simpler cycler thingamajig. So yeah, this will be long view will be 1. And so for long view, we blit, yeah, this is pretty straightforward. So we'll just say like for I in range, let's say 5. I'm going to try putting 5 of these archers, 5 of these targets. For I in range 5. Oh, and actually, you know, if I'm going to do multiple archers, I should smush them, instead of like blitting them each individually, I should actually like put them into one image and then blit that one image instead of, yeah, because I should be saving on blit operations as much as possible. Okay, so for I in range 5, we'll say, oh yeah, so we need to keep track of these, well, so we need the SM tableau value. We need to keep track of a lot of stuff for this stuff as well. Alright, so yeah, let's go back up to where this stuff's defined. So we'll say special mode, we'll say SM tableau equals, sorry, 0. And then, so tableau time, or SM tableau time equals time.time, SM tableau duration. Sorry, I should really stop with that. I'm annoying myself with it, which is usually a bad sign. Duration equals, what is I saying? I was saying like 20 seconds a piece, probably, somewhere thereabouts. Oh, so actually tableau time should be time.time plus sm tableau duration. So I'll define those in the opposite order. Uh, right, because it's the time is like when we change it. So mode border, yeah, okay. So archery max travel, archery archer, maybe my new favorite variable name in this entire project. Archery archer equals pygame dot image. Oh yeah. So I can't just have archery target. I need archery like aim target. Because we also have archery long view target. So archery target is going to be archery aim target. Yeah. So then archery. So archery archer is pygame image dot load art slash archery slash aim slash target dot png. Yeah. And then so. Oh no. Sorry, not aim. It's long view. And it's not target. I was literally just looking at another line of code and just like typing it for no particular reason. I think I'm getting to the point where my brain is like starting to get a little bit soggy, a little bit less effective. So longview archer.png. All right. So then archery target, archery longview target equals pygame image.load archery longview target.png. And then the flag, yeah. So archery. Oh yeah. So archery flag is archery aim flag. Oops. Copy that. Place that. Oops. No, not like that. No, robble. It's kind of irksome that the find operation will highlight the thing, but your cursor still is in like the find field, and so I don't know. It's just I find that more distracting than anything. So so the yeah, all right, so save this, and then right, so now we have the long view flag pygame image.load long view flag.png. All right, so where do these go? And I probably want wind in this scene as well too, honestly. Maybe just like, not just to emphasize the oh, you know what? No, you know what I should do in this scene is we should have the environment will continue to like shift, right? Well, unless we're on the boat. Oh yeah. So, oh, interesting. Yeah. Because I was just saying, like, so like when we run the script, like, oops, expected indented block. What? That is indented. Oh no, because I don't have this part. Right. So let's just get rid of that for now. Okay. Yeah. Right. Because so the longview flag.png, really? Oh right, because it's not flag. It's oh right. It's like before. It's gonna be like a bunch of different images. So yeah, I forgot about that. So right, so it's pygame. The difference being instead of aim here, it'll be long view. So yeah. So because we still have the image like rendering in the background, oh, of course it goes to the ship. Okay, yeah. No, so the mountains are slowly clicking in the background. So just so that this scene isn't like completely frozen, it's going to be that the archers will like slowly drift across the screen too, right? Like they so like when we switch to this tableau, we'll have them like kind of like shifted a little bit to the right, and then like as we look at this tableau for like 20 seconds, they'll like shift more towards the yeah. So just a little more actiony, right? I don't know. um, all right. So let's close that and get back to work on this, which um, let's yeah. So right. So let's set up this tableau. Oh, let's also do the tableau cycling thing. Right now there's two tableaus. So let's go down to the part where we render this stuff, and we'll say if tableau time is less than g frame time, then tableau sm tableau plus sm tableau equals sm tableau plus 1 modulo 2, because there are currently two tableaus. Someday there'll be a third and a fourth and a fifth. No, probably not that many. Okay, so sm tableau. Oh yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I still haven't worked. I still have to like figure out how I'm gonna exactly synchronize like the. Oh, you know what? Yeah, at the start of the event, like when the like I was saying, so there'll probably be like 3 rounds of firing, and at the start of the event, all of those will be predetermined. So that way, oh yeah, but I guess like huh, yeah, this is kind of an interesting event because like more so than with any previous event, like these events really have to keep the graphics and the gameplay synchronized, because like with most events, like we just open the doors for like 3 minutes and like any input that comes in during that time is accepted. But like with archery, we have to make sure that I don't know, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be a little weird, but we'll just have to make sure that like yeah, there's like phases, like there's the first round of firing, and then there's the second round of firing, and then there's the third round of firing. So we'll just have to make sure that the to the best that we can, that stuff is getting like that input, that player input is getting filtered into the right categories. I mean, it'll probably be the case that like right. So if we like look at the if you look at the way that like it's laid up. Oh yeah, so for this final frame, it's going to be a little different. It's not just going to be it's not just going to be the same as the first frame again. It's going to be like it's going to be like so let's go to brush size. I think I was using brush size 2 when I was drawing these things earlier. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, so it's going to be like a bunch of different targets, and it's going to show a bunch of different targets. Like basically, like it's going to be like Brady Bunch style. Like there's going to be like the same thing shown like a bunch of different times, or like it's going to be split up into like it's going to be like subdivided into like smaller panes or whatever. Except if I could draw a straight line to save my life, that would be helpful. Anyways, so it'll be like subdivided, and then like one by one it'll like show like pew, like this one will like I don't know, like hit just off center, and like pew, an arrow will fly in, and like this one will hit like just like just maybe off to like the side, and then pew, like this one will go flying off into the distance, and like pew, this one will get like a perfect bullseye or whatever. And like so while it's doing these things, it'll also be like showing like the percentage numbers, so it's like 20% hit just slightly off, like like 10% hit slightly off in the other direction, like 5% like hit slightly off in this direction, like maybe like 15% got a perfect bullseye, and like so on and so forth. just so that, yeah, so to like, you line up your shot, and this is where you get the most information, right? The first slide is the one where you get all the information you need in order to hit your target, and then we basically just like we spend a little time just like looking at like pretty things so that that gives the stream delay enough time so that players can actually input their information, and then by the time we get to this step where like the things are actually getting decided, like by that point we've got like we spent 40 seconds like watching this frame, and then 40 seconds watching, or like we spent a total of 40 seconds. We spent 20 seconds watching this frame, 20 seconds watching this frame, such that we spent a total of 40 seconds between a total of 60 seconds actually from once you got your information to like when the information started to register. So like some people have really long stream delay, so like I don't know, I feel like that's the kind of the best that we can do. um I mean, like with other events, like there'll be like the late participation. So even if you like don't, even if you have such bad stream delay that you can't like actually like participate like the usual way in the event, then there at least will be like recourse where you can still get partial credit, right? Um, and yeah, so then uh, so then what? We Oh, the tallying. The way that I tally up the player inputs is going to be a little different for these types of events. Oh, and I'll have to make sure that. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Maybe I won't do the percentages here. Because it just occurred to me, like, we can't show those numbers until those numbers come through from the data thread. So, in order to show those things, we have to get the numbers from the data thread. In order to get the numbers from the data thread, like the data thread has to have wrapped its processing by that time. So like we would have to wrap processing like several seconds before the end of this tableau. And interesting. So yeah, that's something to think about. I'm gonna save this just so I can, because like I find this like helpful as reference. So I'm just gonna save this as like archery. This is gonna be like storyboard. Uh, .png. Okay, and then what? So we can. Oh, I still haven't rendered like the second tableau, and I haven't drawn any of the art for the third tableau yet. I Yeah, I'll have to figure out what to do with this last one. I do want to show that. Yeah, maybe I can. Maybe I will be able to show the totals. Maybe like this one won't run for exactly 20 seconds. Maybe this one will run for like 20 seconds plus however many additional seconds it takes to get this tableau ready. Um, I mean, it shouldn't be that long, and I can always like change the messaging. Like I can have like an emergency messaging queue so that like I can check that mess. No, well, I can come up with ways to accomplish that. And actually, it's okay if these numbers are like slightly fudgy, because like we don't call out like exactly who got which amounts. We just we can show that afterwards. So like worst case scenario, like maybe some of the numbers will like slide slightly after this happens. We can figure that out. Yeah. Okay. So right. So we have all the pieces that we need to set up the second tableau. Although we're not doing it correctly. So yeah, how do we want to do this though? So for I in range 5, we'll say so yeah. What do we? Yeah. Okay. So like when archery starts, we can say uh, oh, yeah, no. Okay, so actually, no. We can do some initialization for our tableaus up here because we can say if sm tableau equals 0, then like this is where we can like initialize the 0 tableau, and I'm sure some of these values will want to reset. Actually, no. For the 0 tableau, we don't really need to reset any specific values. It's all pretty good. Well, no, actually, for the 0 tableau, this is where we'll set up for our next. Right, because like I said before, we'll have all of our like all three like setups like Hey, person whose name I don't actually understand how to pronounce, but I'll call you Locke. How's it going? It has been a while, hasn't it? How you been? uh, um, we're doing stuff and stuff. It's stuff's happening. Um, right now I'm setting up. Yeah, I like so for the first Tableau that we set up. I know there's going to be stuff that I want to initialize. I just don't have it like up and running right now, so I'm just going to leave that blank for now. So then I'll say elif sm tableau equals 1, then we will say, so we have to pick a position, right? We have to say archery long view, I'll just say archery LV pan pause, or just say archery LV pause, right? So yeah. Okay, so save that. So pause equals what? It'll be like 960 minus 960 plus plus no, it'll be 960 and then if curEv dot stable, no, static, curEv dot, or not curEv, sorry, env dot still, if env dot, if not env dot still, if not env dot still, then it will be archery long view position plus equals 3 times 3 is the speed of the near ground layer, the layer in which this scene takes place. 3 times 3 times environment speed. Is that a thing? Environment speed. Oh no! Wait, environment speed is a thing? Really? Environment speed is a thing. Really? Really? Oh, it equals 1. And it doesn't get referenced anyway. So I can get rid of that. No, yeah, I forgot. It actually goes by duration. Oh, yeah. So it'll be 3 times, wait, no, what'll it be? The environment duration is 450. So the environment duration, duration, it will be, no, it'll be 20 seconds. It'll be Tableau duration. I mean, this is not like critical that I accomplish this. Like, I can always just like rough it in, but like I'm doing the math to like get the actual correct position so that like this actually like works correctly. So it'll be SM duration, SM Tableau duration divided by environment duration, times G width, times 3 because it's the near ground layer. But then this will also be divided by 2, of course. So, yeah. Oh, actually we should start with G-width times the rest of the stuff because these are integers, and so otherwise the math will get like stupid and fractional. G-width, so G-width times SM Tableau duration divided by environment duration, times 3 divided by 2. Divided by 2 because we only want to offset it by half of the distance. So whenever SM Tableau, we'll say archery, actually we'll do this at the end. We'll say, as like the last thing, we'll say archery long view position minus equals delta time. How do we oh, frame time? Wait, how do we translate the environment layers? Oh, we don't actually. Sort of. We basically don't because we no, yeah, we do this stupid like other position calculation thing. But there is a layer type that we actually do this for. It's the environment oh, and we only do this if not still, right? Because if we're on the boat, for example, then it doesn't pan. It just stays still. So um, excuse me. Sorry. Um, all right. So uh, uh, what is it? Environment type equals one. Yeah. So ESPF delta frame times speed. Yeah. Delta frame times speed. Oh, speed? Oh, speed values might be like different. It might not just be three. Uh, what is the speed? Oh yeah, no. The speed value here is actually it is something different as I recall. So it's on like a different scale. So what is it that I'm actually trying to accomplish here? Um, is there any way I can just base it on? Yeah, no. There's got to be some way I can just base it on. Yeah. Sure. Uh, I'll just base it on the actual position of the frame. So where do I set that? Uh, and so ESP, uh, yeah, not mid near ground. The environment side position near ground. Uh, huh. Yeah, I guess. Uh, environment side position near ground. Really? Uh, no, so, okay, so when we initialize it, actually it'll be in archery level position will be, uh, environment side position. Wait, what is the environment side position? The environment side position is like, so, sorry, I'm just like trying to visualize this, and it's like file, new. It's like, so when the archery, like, when the archery starts to render, like, when the archery starts to render, it'll like the environment will be like in some position. So let's say like here's the edge of it, right? Like it extends like this is where the environment is currently. So like if this is the case, then we'll want it to be that the like relative to the environment slide position. Uh, oh, weird. I basically I don't really care about the environment side position. I just want to make sure that the archers are translating across the screen at the same rate as the environment sides. So, uh, so like if this is the environment side position, this is like negative 300 or something. So what is this position? So it's gonna be 960 minus 300 or like minus the environment side position in order to offset it. Yeah, because it's gonna be like so like this is like some negative value because it extends like beyond here, and this is gonna be 960 because this is gonna be the distance to the center of the screen. So this will be like so it'll be like 960 minus the environment side position, I guess. But the environment side position is subject to change. So, uh, so, uh, I mean, there has to be a better way to go about this, but for now, I'm just gonna say, nah. Am I? No, I can put back together the same math from which I get the environment side position. Yeah, maybe that's the better thing to do. Because, like, the ways I was considering doing it just now were, like, really sketchy. So, um, let's at least try at like reverse engineering the environment side position. So yeah, so the environment side position for the near ground. So the background, mid ground, near ground, right. So it equals the uh, the math dot floor of the